Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. A lot of things happen on the show tonight. Title match, more the best of 5 series. So let's kick it off with this week's episode of Impact, which I believe is the last of the Mexico tapings. I'll get into more of that a little bit later on and to do the next week's tapings also. But we do kick it off with the second match of the best of 5 series between Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards, kicking off this week. Once again, another solid match from both these guys, of course. If you've seen one match from before, I wouldn't say that they're the same, but at least they become different every other time. But once again, another good solid match, really good opener at the beginning. Really enjoy Eddie and Elgin. I'm not going to go through the whole match. I just remember Eddie hit a suicide dive on Elgin to the outside of the ring then, pretty much getting him back in, taking him down to Inseguri. He put Michael Elgin on the top rope and was going to go for a Hurricane Rana from the top, but Michael Elgin was able to catch him before he could hit a power bomb on him. When he went for the power bomb, Eddie ended up hitting the Hurricane Rana on him anyways, taking him out. But pretty much Michael Elgin him and Eddie went back to some punches. He put Eddie back in that crossface, almost trying to make him tap out like he did in the first of the best of 5 series, but Eddie ended up rolling out of it, trying to get him into a pin. Elgin still kicked out of the pin. Eddie came back with a big German, taking down Elgin as he went off across the ropes then. Pretty much after that, Eddie, I guess he was going to go for the Boston Knee Party or whatnot, but Elgin ended up putting him in the, hitting a buckle bomb on him before ending him with another Elgin bomb, taking him down. So Michael Elgin is in the lead right now, 2-0 basically against Eddie Edwards. So I don't know when the third match is. I'm assuming Eddie's going to get the third one. I don't know how long they're going to play this up to. They may be playing it towards the next pay-per-view. I honestly forgot what the name of that was called. I think it's called, is it Rebellion, I think? Yeah, that's a Rebellion. Yeah, it's going to be in New York, Terminal 5, I believe. I don't know how long they plan to stretch this out, but the fifth match could be the pay-per-view. But right now, Michael Elgin is in the lead on Eddie, taking him down 2-0. Could get the third one. I don't know, but I'm assuming the next match should be soon. But another really good match from both of these guys. I know some people may say we've seen enough, because even before the best of 5 series, we've seen these guys at least face about another 2-3 times against each other since the show before Hard to Kill and Hard to Kill itself, which were still really great matches, not going against them, and all their matches have been great, but at least they do try to vary up a little of it without making it look the same every time. But now in this best of 5 series for that trophy, at least they got something on the line of it until, Eddie stops calling it, what was he called? He has a face on the trophy now. So the trophy, it's not like Kenny the Kendo, well, it is like Kenny the Kendo stick, but I forgot what the trophy's name was. I'm still thinking Elgin's going to win this best of 5 series one way or another, because honestly, I'm just waiting for one of them to take out Tessa Blanchard to get that world title away from her for several reasons in a way, but I'm assuming that's going to happen sooner or later, but I still think Elgin may walk away with this whole best of 5 series, though. But a good opener from both of these guys to kick off the show. They went to, what's the new girl's name they have? Gabby something, the interviewer, talking to Taya in about her title match later on. And pretty much it says she's ready and that, everyone's against her right now, as Taya would say. But no one believed it, but she did. That's why she has the title right now, one of the longest reigning Knockouts champion, and she will retain tonight. Next, Daga went against Madman Fulton. Daga. I will say this crowd was actually kind of with Daga this time, because usually when Daga's out there, this guy is mostly like Wood half the time. Everything he's out there with no personality. Not bad, but just I can see why people call him Wood or have no personality, to why people, if they even like this guy or not half the time. But this was not bad with Fulton. It ended up with OVE coming out. Daga ended up taking out both of the Chris brothers then after that. He went back for Fulton, trying to get him with going for a tornado DDT, it looked like, off the ropes. But Fulton ended up pretty much hitting him with a big Northern Lights, almost dropping him on his shoulders or his head in a way. So Fulton was able to get the win and celebrate OVE right after. So not a bad match or anything between them, since Fulton attacked Daga last week when they had that match with Dr. Wagner Jr. But Fulton, I don't mind going over. I know he's trying to do something with Daga, but I'm still not seeing it. Like I said, the guy is like wooden as ever out there. Crowd was actually with him, and they actually started chanting for him this time, maybe because this was a Mexico crowd and they know who Daga is and whatnot from the AAA promotions since Conan brought him in. But, you know, sometimes with him, it's just kind of like, it's Daga, but something's still not getting over with this guy. Like I said, the guy's like wood out there. They went to Moose getting a massage, and then in the back talking about how, you know, he's one of the best in this company right now, that you're giving Moose a massage, but it ended up with Rhino pretty much attacking him, as Moose said, easy, and he says, I don't give a fuck, it's always, I don't give a damn, and, you know, they brawled for a second, and then Rhino started hitting him with a towel against Moose. They're still having a match at that Sacrifice show coming up on the 22nd, which at least they are trying to build up that, you know, Impact Plus, I wouldn't call it a quote-unquote pay-per-view, but at least they are trying to build it up into something with several matches, so it's not like it's another one of those run-of-the-mill live specials, which some of them aren't bad, but still, it's, you know, it's just like they just have these specials to be having them, so at least they got some type of build, so I guess we're trying to put some continuity with these Impact Plus shows, so it's not a bad idea, though, I'll say that, but at least it's trying to go somewhere. Followed by went against Ethan Page. I had no idea what the crowd was chanting at first, but I know they were on Followed By side chanting no, no, no several times. When he tried to go for the bonsai drop on Ethan Page, Josh Alexander pulled his partner out. TJ Perkins ended up jumping off of Followed By's back onto Alexander to the outside. Ethan Page pretty much got back in. Pretty much trying to go back at Followed By, but Followed By hit him with a cradle for the win. So I'm assuming these guys are going to be fighting over the tag team titles pretty soon. This will be the North's next opponent. So I'm assuming that's going to be the thing behind that. But not a bad match, though. So at least the tag team should be good. Now let's get into this. I'm sure a lot of people did not like what happened after last week. But a little tongue-tied right there. But this Undead Realm thing. Okay, so they show James Mitchell and Havoc walking down a hallway, and Su Yung, or Susie, let me say Susie again. She was back to her happy self, and, you know, James Mitchell was happy, and they almost thought we had to call a veterinarian or something like that, but no, we're not going to call a vet or anything. Just come with us, the family is back, but she was holding that noose behind her then, or whatnot, which then they show it was Su Yung at the commercial choking James Mitchell to death, I guess, basically. And then when he wakes up, I'm assuming he's back in hell or something. I have no idea where he is right now, but he's basically, he just said daddy's home. Honestly, I don't know where this is going at this point, and I'm sure like a lot of people right at this point, they wish they end this Undead Realm or wherever this is going. It feels like it's gone on forever between this Rosemary, Su Yung, and James Mitchell war. It's been going on for almost over 2 years now. I'm not sure if it's been 2 years on that, but I feel like it's gone on for a very long time, and honestly, I don't even know the payoff to this anymore. I've said this before many weeks. What is the payoff to this? Because okay, so she quote-unquote murdered James Mitchell and sent him back to hell, or he's somewhere in this dark realm, or I have no idea. Where does Rosemary go from this? I have no clue, okay? So I don't really know where any of this is going right now. I just know that, okay, Su Yung killed James Mitchell, and I guess she's going to do the same thing in the Havoc. So, yeah, I'm just hoping this story ends so everybody can just go on to a different feud at this point, or do something important like, go for the title, then do this Undead Realm thing. So, I don't know where they're going with this. Okay, next. I'm not going to say a lot about this because, obviously, this is bullshit, what I'm about to say right here. RVD, Joey Ryan. I'm sure you all know how this goes. But, there's one little positive. And I mean very little positive. I would say most of this match was this. This was RVD making out with his girlfriend. Him being a heel saying that, no, I'm not going to do the Rolling Thunder. I'm not going to do the Frog Splash. And, Katie Forbes got involved like at a point in time. And, he's just kind of playing along and everything, and just kind of kicking Joey Ryan several times. And then Ryan hit a suicide dive on Van Dam. And all I can say is this. I'll give RVD one thing. He did not agree to do that stupid dick spot all the way. He almost did, but I guess he quote-unquote dodged it. And he did the 5-star frog splash. It was over. I hope I never see this match again. Just fuck Joey Ryan and this stupid bullshit or whatever he does. And, to be honest, I was actually about to lose a little bit of respect for RVD right here. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big RVD fan, like I've been for years. He's one of my favorites or whatnot. But even I was like, God, please do not let this man agree to do this stupid dick spot, because this was gonna the way I thought it's gonna damage his credibility. If you ask me, I'm sure some people may say his credibility may be already damaged by agreeing to do this match, but hey, at least he won, and I did not have to see him take that stupid dick spot. So hopefully this match never, ever, ever, ever happens again, and RVD can move on to something important. Joey Ryan, I don't care. I do not care. I do not fucking care. That dick spot is stupid. So we're gonna move on from the stupid shit. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. At least RVD went over. That's all I gotta say. Of course, they played a flashback from Sacrifice, which I guess it is appropriate due to them building it into Sacrifice with, what was it, Magnus and Eric Young from like 2014, 15. I think that pay-per-view was. I think it was that. I'm not sure all the way, but it was one of those things. I just know they played that. Johnny Swinger was talking to the Mac dance. Like, we got the fanny packs right here. We got everything. Got the gimmicks. I got the Fuji, Mr. Fuji, the throwing the mist or the spray or the dust and everything. And Mac was like, I got an idea. You wait here while I do this. The Mac did end up going against Sheer, which didn't really go anywhere. Rohit Raju attacked from behind. Johnny Swinger came out and saved him with a chair. Of course, where is this going to go? A tag team match, of course. It's not much to say from this. All I know is that the Mac got distracted by Raj Singh. Was it Raj Singh? What's his name again? Gama Singh. My God, my mind went blank on it for a second. Gama Singh. And it ended up with the Desi Hit Squad hitting their finisher on Johnny Swinger for the win. So, hey, Mac didn't take this fall, but they're still doing this tag team thing with the Mac and Swinger, this oddball team. I don't know when Rich Swann is coming back, but I will say the Mac and Swinger is somewhat funny. I will say that. Some of the jokes are pretty funny, so it's not that bad throughout this whole thing. But next we do go to a interview with Tessa Blanchard, as she was talking about Ace Austin, about he is a pretty much a scumbag, a sleazeball, everything, that this guy tried to sleep with Eddie Edwards' wife and, tried to take Trey Miguel's mom just to get a one-up on him and everything. Pretty much Ace Austin pretty much says, yeah, I'm a total sleazebag for sure, but I'm not the one with daddy issues trying to get approval from him and everything. But he says he likes women with daddy issues, and basically after that, Tessa ended up pretty much attacking him, pretty much punching him several times until Reno Scum and security broke them up. Then pretty much announcing next week that it will be Ace Austin and Reno Scum versus Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer, and Trey Miguel. And pretty much as Josh Matthews and Don Callis were talking, then once again that ICU hack video promo happened again. I'm sure, assuming it's Sami Callihan, since we haven't seen him on TV in a while, so I think he may be doing all the hacking stuff behind this against Tessa Blanchard. I know some people say that he may be going back to his Solomon Crow thing that never really worked with WWE, and they just kind of made him into like a lame hacker. Maybe because they, I don't know about Sami Callihan's whole WWE run, but I do remember a little bit of the Solomon Crow thing. Like I said, he was a hacker, it didn't work, and then they just kind of gave up on it and everything, and he was just kind of losing everybody then. I remember very little of the whole Solomon Crow stuff, though. Now, since, that was years ago, and if Sammy wants to try to make his own version of it, then okay. Sammy can do it. The guy knows what he's doing, so I think it can work in his favor. And however WWE tried to book it, since he's trying to do the whole hacking thing like he did years ago. So we'll see what happens with that. But we get into the main event though for the Knockouts title on the line. Jordynne Grace versus Taya Valkyrie. It looks like Cruella DeVille out there. Of course, Johnny Bravo was going to be there at ringside, which of course he gets involved several times throughout this match. As you know, as Taya pretty much starts to lose against Jordynne Grace out there, a lot of fans chanting Jordynne several times. Jordynne pretty much was able to get a lot of upper hand over Taya, but like I said before, Johnny Bravo got involved several times, kind of grabbing Jordynne Grace several times by the neck as the referee was distracted and everything. Jordynne came back, of course, with the Grace driver in, but Taya was still able to kick out. Pretty much after that, Taya was going to go for the roll to Valhalla, but couldn't get in the ring, so she got outside the ring, took Jordynne all the way up to the stage and hit her with the roll to Valhalla, getting back in the ring, hoping for a 10 count, but did not work. Pretty much as Jordynne Grace kind of got back into the ring then, pretty much Taya was about to go for the top rope and take down Jordynne Grace after another 2 count on her, but Jordynne Grace pretty much countered. I keep saying something else. Jordynne Grace ended up countering, hitting her with a muscle buster. I honestly haven't seen a muscle buster in a long time. The only person I really ever seen do a muscle buster was mostly Samoa Joe, but he can't really do that move anymore due to several reasons, due to, like I said, an unfortunate injury with Tyson Kidd. But Jordynne Grace ended up doing a muscle buster on Taya, once again getting the 2 count again, and went for the Grace driver, but Taya was able to get out of it, but she went for the Grace driver again. She pretty much got a crossface on her. Johnny Bravo pretty much ended up pulling the referee outside the ring before Taya could even tap out, and was pretty much on the ground. And after that, Jordynne ended up taking Johnny Bravo again in the ring. It was about to go for a move, but Taya got back up. She ended up spearing Johnny Bravo to the ground. Jordynne Grace pretty much went back for Taya, but Taya dodged in. Pretty much Grace took him down with his clothesline. Grace went up to the top rope then, and pretty much Johnny Bravo used himself as a human shield to cover Taya. She ended up doing a senton on both of them. Jordynne Grace ended up doing the Grace driver for the finish, becoming the new Knockouts champion. Celebrating after that. So I will say this. The whole Taya reign is finally over. Trust me, I know several people that are most likely happy that are probably hearing this, saying that Taya is no longer the champion because they were really sick of her as being champion, and Jordynne Grace was the one to finally take the belt off of Taya. Taya's run has been going on, and honestly, when they show clips, Johnny Impact was still around. Taya's been champion since over a year or two. They say she was like the longest reigning Knockouts champion. She's had that belt since she beat Tessa Blanchard for it. Wasn't it Bound for Glory in 2018? But I know it's like kind of after Bound. I don't know if it was in Mexico or after Bound for Glory. I don't remember what episode of Impact, or I don't remember what it was. But she was champion for a very, very long time. Of course, a lot of it had to do a lot of heel stuff from Johnny Bravo or Johnny Impact too in several points, but a lot of it was Johnny Bravo for her still keeping that championship. I actually thought she was going to lose it hard to kill a couple of months ago, but then I was like, okay, it's not a one-on-one. ODB's in the mat, so obviously she's taking a pinfall, ODB, so I guess they were going to do a one-on-one finally with I'm really getting the words mixed up here, with Taya and Jordynne Grace. I actually thought it would have been the last all the way to the pay-per-view, but I don't think they wanted to go that long. So Jordynne Grace won the title here. I had no problem with that. The crowd actually kind of popped for it too, for her winning. So Jordynne Grace being champion, hopefully this will be good. And then I guess this now sets up some new opponents, since Taya is damn near beating everybody on there. And we have a face champion now. So let's see where this goes. I'm sure Taya is going to get a rematch sooner or later, maybe at the next pay-per-view or whatnot. I already know a lot of people saying that, well, since Taya's lost the belt now, will she be going to the WWE like her husband? I can already hear those things going on. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, was it like I saw this on the internet? Didn't Taya sign a new deal with Impact? I believe. I don't know how 100% true that is. I could be wrong, but I swear I kept hearing online that she had signed a new deal recently with Impact. So I think she will still be around in the company though, whatnot. But Jordynne Grace being a new champion, I have no problem with this, and I believe this does end the set of tapings in Mexico. I will say this Mexico crowd wasn't that bad throughout all these tapings. Usually they've been very dead a lot of times every time they go over there. It's a lot of people, but they just don't seem to react in. I don't know if it was production or not, but this time the crowd seemed more lively. They kind of knew what some stuff was going on. A lot of chanting. Crowd was, like I said, was into the show a lot. So I did hate this crowd this time and whatnot, because the next place they are going to is Las Vegas, which, I do not know what's in the spoilers of these tapings for next week, but I saw like at least a day or two ago of the crowd attendance there, and it was a packed house in Vegas. Was it Sam's Town? Where I know Ring of Honor goes there a lot for their pay-per-views, the TV tapings, but a lot of people said that they're outdoing Ring of Honor right now when it comes to attendance in that building, because usually Ring of Honor's always filled up that building a lot, but now I heard Impact really did, and I saw some of the photos, and it was a packed house, especially throughout I don't know how many days tapings were, like 2 days or 3, I believe, but to what I saw, it was a packed house in there, so I am looking forward to that. Hopefully the crowd is good, over there, and a lot of good things happen during that time. The Vegas ones aren't usually that bad, though. I think that what they need to stay away from is the Melrose Ballroom in New York, because that has looked very dead, and either it's A, there's not a lot of people in the crowd, or B, when they put the camera on the crowd, they seem very disinterested throughout a lot of it, and it just became very dead in New York, which I'm glad they're going to that Terminal 5 now. Hopefully something good from that happens, whatnot. Even Hard to Kill was a better crowd also in Dallas, Texas. That was a full house. Not a bad building they were in there, by the way, too. But from a couple of photos I've seen in, Texas, in Las Vegas and whatnot, not a bad crowd, though. I will say that. So at least we are done with the Mexico tapings, and we move on into Las Vegas. I don't know how long it is till that Rebellion pay-per-view in New York. I think it's not till April. But we'll see what happens next week for Impact. Overall, solid show, though. The title match was really good. Of course, there was a lot of Johnny Bravo involved. I'm sure a lot of people could say it could be overbooking in that match. But, hey, Jordynne Grace won the title. That's the more important part about it, becoming the new champion. Michael Elgin, Eddie Edwards also had a very good match, too. Continuing the Best of 5 series. A lot of the show wasn't bad matches or anything. Some of them pretty solid, like, Daga and Madman Fulton, and, maybe, Falaba and, what was that guy's name? Ethan Page or whatnot. All the things I didn't like about this show was, I don't know what the end plot is of this whole Su Yung, James Mitchell, Rosemary thing. I have no idea where this is going anymore. I guess they quote-unquote killed James Mitchell and sent them off to hell. And RVD versus, Joey Ryan. My only positive is that RVD won, but other than that, this match is still dumb due to Joey Ryan and that stupid dick spot. Okay, that's all I got to say about it. But at least RVD, quote-unquote, dodged it, and he didn't have to lose to this fucker, alright? But other than that, though, it wasn't that bad of a show. And I enjoyed the Mac and Johnny Swinger little segments, though, too. Don't know where this tag team thing is going, but at least the Mac is doing okay on his own right now instead of having Rich Swann with him all the time. But other than that, I am done with this review for Impact. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.